let's go ahead and dive in here and see what these new models are all about. We're going to be checking out first the Gilgamesh. It is an Andreas Goltz design. Gilgamesh kind of takes me back to world history in a way. Damascus blade with a bronze anodized titanium handle with holes. Bada bing, bada boom. We got the Kansept paperwork and wiping cloth as usual. And we have the Kansept fabric pouch here with the leather strap. And here is the knife. All right, this one's going to be a wild one. Hope you guys are ready for it. Holy macaroni, Gilgamesh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first impressions here. This one is very interesting on the fact that it has all of these different speed holes, right? Typically we see like 2 or 3, maybe 4 different speed holes, but yeah, we're getting a whole colony of holes here. We got 3, 6, 9, 10 different holes of different sizes. I do like the little gold little ring accent on them. That looks nice. We have a back flipper, no jimping on it, but it actually protrudes out quite a bit, and that is the only deployment option on this bad boy. So quite the flipper tab there. For deployment, it's going to be a frame block, crazy long pocket clip. Look at the size of this thing. That is wild. Not reversible. It doesn't seem like. We have 2 back spacers here. Again, milled out titanium, no liners. Let's go ahead and see what this blade here has in store for us. Whoa, bam, right? Holy macaroni. This is not your everyday sauce. This is something different here entirely. Let's give her a nice little wipe here. It's got some oils, right, from the factory. Gonna keep it as pristine as possible, right, until you get it delivered to you. And we have a Damascus, right? Check out the Damascus on this one. Looks really good, kind of like a gray tone to it, right? Not very dark, so it's kind of like 50 Shades of Gray style Damascus. And then we're gonna need to get the blade police out here, because what the heck are we classifying this blade? We got a little bit of a clip point, a little sheep's foot-ish kind of blade. Definitely got some belly there for sure. Talk about a plunge grind. That is insane. The way they made the plunge grind situation. That is not a finger choil in any way, shape, or form. That's just an intentional design decision there. We are looking at a flat grind, and as far as steel, I mean, it's just Damascus steel pretty much on this one is what they're going to have it under. There's your frame lock with the stress relief cut out on the inside. This is what the known show side looks like. And we have a nice little pivot color. Almost looks like Damascus, right? The very small Damascus little pivot color on both sides. That's a nice little touch. Nice little accent right there. I like that. And then again, a frame lock and a nice little drop shot action here. Well, you have to clear this massive flipper here in order for the blade to close entirely. And then we can, of course, light switch this thing all day. It's definitely going to deploy. And then can we push button it? Okay, if we push button it and we don't really try, we are going to fail it. So light switching it, giving it the beans is absolutely the way to go. You can almost, drop it on your nail here, right, like that, and then completely remove your finger out of the way and then close it that way. So check that out. I mean, as far as the ergos go, it looks interesting in the design department. I will tell you what, me personally, I don't know if it's really my kind of design or not just yet. I definitely will have to carry it a little bit and see how much I like it. It doesn't really kind of jump out at me right off the bat. It's definitely a very quirky, interesting design to say the least. But credit where credit is due, because this curvature right here on the handle, that just feels really good for the ergos. I'll tell you what, this curvature right here locks your index finger, all other fingers follow suit, and you have a chunk of a blade here to get work done, ladies and gentlemen. Good belly for, tabletop cutting, right, slicing and dicing, and your thumb is going to be, kind of down here. It's a very interesting way to grip a knife, I'll tell you that. Got to get used to the blade being a little bit lower than the handle itself. We'd also have a pokey tip there to add to the sauce. It is, I mean, unmistakably a very wild design. I think that's a massive understatement there. Very unique, unlike anything I've seen recently, right? And Kansept, for the most part, they're pretty well known for doing, your out-of-the-box unique knives in a way. So this one definitely fits that bill. I'll get you guys a little bit of a closer look there, right, so you guys can see it better. I know some people do like the, extra speed holes, and that's definitely going to talk or speak to some people more than others. And, as far as the action, right, the overall experience, it does feel well tuned, right? You have a nice drop shot action, pretty good detent, right? As long as you light switch it, you should be good. One deployment and one deployment option. Kind of wish you had some dumb studs and things like that for at least a second deployment option or whatnot. But that flipper, I mean, come on, got plenty of flipper there. No jimping. I typically would argue a little bit and kind of give them some, a hard time for not putting any jimping on the flipper. But when you have this massive flipper, there's no jimping is necessary. Right? You're going to be able to get that deployment pretty much every single time, unless you're really not trying. That's about the only time, but every other time, absolutely. So this one's looking pretty wild, pretty intense. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.